I'm Eric Butz.
I'm Jim Butz.
For SuicideFantasyFootball.com, talking about the Eagles signing Vince Young.
Love it. I wish they would have done a 2-year deal with him. I think that it loses a little bit of its effectiveness.
Yeah.
Being able to trade him.
Yeah, what's the point of a 1-year deal? Can you think of any reason why they wouldn't have at least done what they did with Mike Vick and have a second-year option?
Well, we haven't really seen the terms of the deal yet. He can't even really sign because he still hasn't officially cleared waivers. So we'll have to see when it comes out. But it was reported that it was a 1-year deal. And to me, a 1-year deal is a favor to Vince Young. You know, I mean, it's a great thing.
Sure.
If he said, listen, I'll only sign a 1-year deal, I won't sign a 2-year deal, I guess you take it. But I would like to have him here for 2 years because Andy Reid and the Eagles brass have shown that they are, traders and quarterbacks.
We got something good for A.J. Feely.
We got A.J. Feely, all these guys. Kevin Cobb. We drafted Kevin Cobb in the second round. We turned around and get a second-round pick, probably better than what we traded, plus Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. So the Eagles are experienced at trading quarterbacks and rebuilding them.
I think Vince Young, too, is a good fit, that if Mike Vick does go out for a couple of games, he can come in, fill in those shoes. Although I don't know how he's going to deal with the pressure, because one thing I will tell you as a Philly fan is you can't go under center without feeling the pressure of being in Philadelphia.
I don't think it's as much pressure because he's going in as the backup quarterback. He knows his role, how it's going to be. It's clearly defined. I think he's here to rebuild his career and try to recapture what he had back in the Texas glory days. So, I mean, it's some pressure. It's pressure to play in the NFL at every position.
Now, let me ask you this. If Vince Young is just a backup this year and doesn't get in and really get a chance to shine, what does it really accomplish?
Well, no matter what, he's going to have 1 year in Andy Reid's system with a West Coast offense, a guy like Marty Morningweg. So it's going to revamp him to play football somewhere else. It really doesn't matter. I mean, he'd like to play 5 games. He'd like to get some stuff on tape. But just the reputation around the NFL that the Eagles have for rebuilding quarterbacks and making – I mean, you see what they do with Michael Vick. They made him a pocket passer from what he used to be.
Yeah, but think about it. Michael Vick wasn't really thought of as a viable option for another team until he got the chance to start and prove that he was a better Mike Vick than he was before he went to prison.
I don't know about that. I think that before the season last year started, the Eagles could have got a third-round pick.
Remember, Jim? They were having trouble.
Yeah,
they would have got a third-round pick for him.
I don't know. I don't know how. I think Andy Reid has always been in love with the Mike Vick style quarterback, same as Vince Young. I think he loves that style, and I think that Vince Young appreciates that Marty Morningweg and Andy Reid like that style of quarterback. So
and one thing Andy Reid's proven too is he can mold quarterbacks.
Yeah,
there's lots of quarterbacks that are where they are because of Andy Reid.
Yeah. And I don't want to say that about my boy McNabb. He'll have his chance to prove it this year, whether McNabb made Reid or whether Reid made McNabb.
The important question is, what's that mean to Mike Kafka? No, just kidding. All right, what do you think? Jim at SuicideFantasySports.com. Follow us on Facebook, Suicide Fantasy Football, Twitter, SFFcom, Blog Talk Radio, 7:30 to 8:30 Wednesday nights. Fantasy Football Overload. Sponsored by Suicide Fantasy Football.